Welcome back. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the Wafflehouse.
Woo!
In somewhere, I'm going to do sort of a resume for the last few weeks for our Boris. And for the Iskip's new arrival, he's going to be a mother again. Who's going to do it? Okay, who's going to do a resume from last week?
I can try and do some of last week.
Okay, let's do last week.
Last couple of weeks at least I can do for Boris. So, obviously coming along to the temple, we entered a ravine where essentially, long story short, very big sort of almost like existence loop, time loops kind of thing, until we spent 2 hours essentially solving out puzzles such as what has 2 legs in the morning, 3 legs in the afternoon and 1 in the evening, or whatever that puzzle is. And unfortunately, in a language no one understood, which took so long. JC turned into a goat because he just decided to read everything out aloud.
Yeah, I knew the language, prompted, read it out, and then was silenced by a goat.
He became a very pink goat, to which we realised we could reverse that. So we tried to help people along the way as we reversed the curses with each question, but unfortunately all we came across were people who'd gone completely insane. So unfortunately we didn't leave JC that way. We brought him along with us. Boris spent the entire time displaying an amazing ability to have a never-ending bow for a couple of weeks, and Lewin just stared into space, probably from the horror of the smell, and also the fact that some of his best friends are all dead and probably dying. We arrive promptly at the entrance to the temple. Usual waffle housing commences. We get into a fight that we don't really need to get into. Eventually all decide discretion is the better part of valor, and then realise we've also left something behind in the area where the deadly creatures are again, so I had to go back and get those. Which happens to be essentially what we can describe as a magic door knocker, because we've attached it to the door, if I recall correctly, given it a knock and the doors swung open.
Bravo!
Yeah. And continue.
Don't remember anything else.
Okay.
Everyone is horribly exhausted.
Yep. We're it's been a bit of a time. Everyone's feeling weary for it.
JC's always weary.
It has been a time.
Hey, there we go. And
because someone may have touched a certain thing full of sand.
Well, yeah, you know, Lewin was warned not to get distracted by baubles, and then proceeded to get distracted by the biggest bauble in the room.
I beg to disagree. I did not touch it. I left the room, and then someone else may have touched it.
At least I can say for once it wasn't me.
Ah, yes, we're all about to horribly die. Fantastic.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, in the well of time, it is still. The dust has lain here for eons. Iskip has suddenly vanished. Into the ether, you hear just the distant cry of a child as he does so. You have opened a door using a giant 2-foot-long iron key. Just creaked open. You peek in the room. Inside you see 2 large statues. Same as the ones you saw outside. Elderly lady looking up to the heavens. Hand held out in front of her. Around each one, there's 2 big statues in this room. Around each neck there is a chain, iron chain, and on it there is another 2-foot-long iron key. The ground is sandy. You can see the roof. Those who have dark vision can see. In fact, the whole place is just dimly illuminated, so you can see that the roof has got cracks in it, and some of the sand has come through. It is, and it's dust everywhere, and Nguyen starts coughing.
It's the Pharaoh's curse.
The place is very quiet. You feel the large hourglass floating in midair. In it, the sands of time have stopped. You can see in suspension a couple of specks of sand caught, falling, and held in midair. The time is not moving. Sand is not moving. You feel the pressure of time, the eons. This place has stood here on your shoulders.
Just like being back in the ring again.
I cut off for a second there, so I'll let someone who is.
So you're sounding like you're other side of the world. Say that again.
How about now? How about now?
Oh, that's better.
Can
Yeah.
you hear me now?
Yeah.
I cut out for a section there because I knocked over my Wi-Fi thing. I got up to there is a key on a metal chain, and there is the hourglass. The sands are all stuck still.
The rest of it was all waffle.
Oh, good. I love waffle. So Boris, I mean, that hourglass looks awfully interesting, doesn't it? Don't touch it.
It doesn't really do anything. Can it be used as a weapon? Can I hit things with it?
Knowing you, Boris, you could probably hit anything with anything else.
By the way, Boris, you ran away from a fight.
Oh.
You escaped from the golems. Remember what Fusto would do in that situation?
Yes, I do. He is sulking.
He is sulking.
Well, this just won't do. We must go back.
Maybe we'll do it on the way out.
Just remember what that golem looked like before we decide to go do that. There's a reason why we ran.
I didn't even get to hit him. Did I? Did I get to hit him?
No one managed to hit anything.
I'm sure just one would do.
Well, if he's still there when we leave, you can
Have at it.
arm wrestle him or something.
Good idea.
Yeah, I mean, he might take some convincing just to not just kill you, but we can cross that bridge when we come to it. So the key we have has managed to open one door. We've found two other doors, but we can't open them yet.
Do you remember the riddle thing that said, "Do not open the second"? Could it be that door number 2 is the second door not to open?
I mean, quite possibly.
There you go, it would have solved.
I don't know if I'd be that quick to say that.
I would suggest that we use JC's substantial skills at sleight of hand to see if there's any way to open these doors before we go any further. An investigation, in a sense.
Hello, Lewin. I don't think you and me have met before.
I think you do yourself a disservice there, JC. You've managed to become quite adept at this sort of thing.
My greatest heist so far has been still discs.
Well, you did investigate door 1, and you didn't find anything untoward with it. It was just a stone slab.
Just a door. If you want, I will go and I will check out door 2.
Okay.
And I'll go check out. You say you've checked out door. Which door have we checked out? Door 1 already? Do you say?
Yeah, JC made sure it wasn't trapped for Iskip.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll be
fair
doing
enough.
effectively the same thing again for door 2. What would you like me to do?
Say that
Just
again.
tap guidance on you as you walk past.
Yeah, I'm going to be checking door 2 like I did door 1. What is it you want me to...
It's an investigation roll.
Investigation. 18.
19 because of the guidance. Okay, so you see this is the large stone double door. In the centre of it, there is a hole for this 2 for iron key, or for a 2 for iron key, to fit. You would have thought. You tried the key, the one you had already in this door. It did not fit. You, with an investigation of 19, you do not detect any traps on it.
Obviously, I'll relay that back to the group.
And that's basically looking for mechanical traps that will not detect magical
I
traps.
can't do magic.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
I'll sign detect magic. And just I'm going to flashbang myself again, aren't I? I forgot.
Yeah.
Never mind, I won't do that. You're on your own. I don't care. If it's not the door that's open, we're probably not going to be going through it.
That's fine. As Lewin's sort of standing by the door, scouting around, are there any markings or anything along these walls, or is it just regular brick pattern?
It's stone with plaster on it. Some of the plaster has come off. If there were motifs on the wall, they have long since faded. You do see the odd flecks of paint, but whatever is here, whatever was on there, is now indecipherable.
Oh, no worries. And I think I tried this last week, but I don't know anything about the culture, not necessarily this temple itself, but the cultures who may have built this.
You didn't ask. You asked about the statues. This is make a history roll. It's disadvantage because you're drunk. Remember.
Yes.
And it's going to be quite hard. Well, with 24, it's still. I hate you guys. With the 24, you do remember a time where you got interested in the history of other nations, and there were temples to gods which were created in Marquette. There was something that happened eons ago. You remember now that the history books in Singorn, which do go back quite a long way, do mention that Marquette used to be a lush paradise. And then in the calamity, the gods fought, and the continent was reduced to a barren desert. There were many gods at the time who fought. Some did not survive. And this may be a temple to a lost god. You do not recognise the iconography of the statue.
How exciting. It's a real shame what happened to that book, but the debt had to be paid, so I had to give it to that horrible obese man. I don't think he could read. That was the real tragedy.
When Yizgit disappeared, was it the moment he went through this door? Or was it like after?
He faded. He looked like he faded. And strangely, there was a look of excitement on his face.
Well, we can either send something in and see what happens, or I can just walk into this room and see what happens.
Trust your best senses, young Phomos.
My senses haven't helped.
Before you go through, I'm going to go up and can I pick an object on Phomos that I can intensely study, hold, whatever. Basically, so that if he does disappear, I can try and locate object to see if he's at least within range.
So what are you going to pick?
What have you got, Phomos, that I can...
Well, it has to be unique.
Probably the ring, right? That's probably the most unique thing I have.
Yeah. Well, I'll have a good old look over it, try and, I'll hold it so I know its weight. All basically what I need to do so I can do locate object.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let him do that.
Cool. Okay. And obviously I'll give the ring back when I'm ready.
My bad, I just clicked the button. Okay, I'll just sigh and go, well, here goes nothing, and I'll take a step in. Like, I think he was like here, so I'll go as far as he did.
Okay. The sand is quite deep under your feet, and you sink down to your mid shins. You see the two statues looking up at the ceiling there.
Mm-hmm.
They're covered in flecks of sand. The keys standing there around their neck are not moving.
Keys, okay.
There's one on each statue. There's a large key on each statue.
Okay. Do I see anything else in the room from where I am?
Make a perception roll.
And what I'll do is on this, I'll use another one of my elemental gift charges. Consider I'm sinking a bit more than I want to, just so I can float off the floor if that's okay. And if I do that, I'm just going to hover around the sand and just sort of inspect the statues, inspect the room, see if there's anything that looks like maybe it's buried under the sand, those kinds of things.
Well, you're
Perception,
you're
right?
going to have to disturb the sand to do that. Okay.
Probably won't do that yet, but I'll do the rest.
Okay, well, make a perception roll for me, please.
Don't know why it's added a 1 to myself for guidance, because I don't think I can do that.
You did the guidance up above. So it's added it to the guidance to you.
Oh, yeah, my mistake. Yes,
but
it's
14. You won't have it for this, because that was done on...
oh, actually, disadvantage on ability checks, that'll be 5. No, nothing at all then, I assume.
Yep. So you are tired. Your eyes are... You're not tired. Your eyes are feeling strained and desiccated. You're getting bits of sand and dust in your eyes. Your veil is keeping most of the sand out of your nostrils, but it is hard to see in here.
Okay, well I'll float back out and land, and I'll just explain what I've seen to the rest of them. And I think, given what you said, don't take the second, and there's 2 keys in there. Maybe we only need 1, but whether one's more important than the other, I don't know.
Well, there must be a way to tell them apart, surely.
Well, be my guest, but I hope you like swimming in sand. I couldn't tell any difference between the two. They just look like standard keys hanging on their necks.
Lewin is just trying to recall from his memory the exact wording of the warning he was given.
Don't take the second. That's the part I remember.
That was when we were outside, though, right?
Yeah.
Could it be a warning?
Was it something
future?
along the lines
Wasn't-
of ask for the key but don't take the second?
Yeah, and then when we got to the door in here, it was about not being distracted by...
I have an idea, actually. No, I have had a spark of genius. It probably won't work, but let me try anyway. So I've still got float time, because I think it's 10 minutes I get.
Yep.
So I'm going to float back in here. So it said don't take the second and ask for the first. So I'm going to go up to statue and say, can I have the key, please?
Statue, unflinching, keeps looking at the ceiling.
And I will then try the other one.
It still looks at the ceiling. It's unresponsive to you.
Did we speak it in?
I'm pretty sure we spoke it in Marquisian,
Common?
wasn't he? So I'll stand at the door and
Translate.
I'll explain it in the words to say, please may I have the key in Marquisian. So good luck.
And hopefully I can at least memorise that, right? Like a few words.
Okay, make an intelligence roll. With disadvantage, of course.
6. No, I'm too tired.
Well,
Can't
if you
get my head
carry
around
me,
it.
I can say it. But I am fat, don't forget.
Yeah, that's the bit I'm worried about. Maybe you have to go in with Boris. Boris can wade through the sand. I'm exhausted. I can't do this.
Lay down and roll.
I will go up to Boris and I will do what I've been doing to Ygsib, and I will put my arms up and I will go, uppies!
Does Boris have any idea what that means?
Well, I hope you do.
You want to go
Well,
up?
you'd have seen Ygsib carrying him about, so probably.
JC is very tired
All right.
and very
Yeah.
fat.
Why are you so fat?
I just picked a weight number, didn't think about it.
It's all that bloody milk he got given because he kept giving away money.
Yeah.
In the short time that I've known you, I feel like maybe it's whatever Yizgip eats goes into the cat's stomach.
All right, get on.
I will climb up to Boris's back.
Okay. And you curl around his neck, almost like a fox scarf.
Yep.
A really fat fox.
A really fat
Pink
fox.
fat fox.
Yeah.
All right.
It's scratchy as well. He's got these sort of like these crystalline growths coming out of his skin, which are a little scratchy on you, Boris.
Oh. That doesn't feel good at all. What are these things?
Don't know. I think they are extra armour because they just pop up, and the more tired I get, the more I seem to get of them. So,
That feels bad.
well, doesn't bother me. At least not yet. Anyway, I can still move. It'll be a good back scratcher.
Scratches my back, sure.
And I'm becoming shiny.
I carry
Okay.
JC to here.
So you wade on the sand. Your tentacle struggles a little bit with this environment, but you manage to wade through. You are sinking down to your knees in the sand, and you can see now the feet of the statues are buried up to about 2 feet, you think, and you cannot see the pedestals they're standing on.
Okay.
Obviously, I will ask, please, may I have the keys?
Which statue you're saying this to? You're going to stand in front of the statue and do it?
You might as well do this one first, and do the other one in a minute.
In Marquesian.
Yes.
Okay. So which one? Is this one here? Okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're doing this one because we're
its head looks down at you, and there's a shower of fine dust and sand that covers you both. And its arm moves, goes to the key round its neck, unhooks it, and hands it to you, JC.
Cool. We have another key.
Can you make a strength roll for me, please?
11.
11. Okay, you managed to stay on the back of Boris, and without falling off.
Cool. Are we asking the other one as well, or are we just going to assume?
No. They did say don't take the second. Now I could be wrong. There could be two different meanings to this because the gods like to play tricks on people, but I digress. It could be that it's don't take the second key from that room, full stop, or it could be that actually this was the second key and we were told don't take it. We didn't take it. We asked for it. So I would say let's leave the other key unless we completely run out of ideas.
Yep, I'm fine with that.
Sounds good to Boris. Let's go.
But quite amusing with the look though is like, so he's got a key hanging around, like JC's got a key hanging around him, hanging off the edge of Boris, almost like probably leaning forward at one point to hold it weight up. So it's quite literally like a D&D version of a JCB. The initials.
So so JC has this in his front bucket. He has this large key, heavy, about 80 pounds, iron. There is still, despite the fact there's no moisture here, there is this little bit of rust. This has been here some considerable time. You have a key.
I also have one last thing I'd like to try before I do that, and it's literally just like a very small handful of the sand from the room that JC came out of.
Yeah.
I want to take a handful of the sand out of the room and then just pour it on the ground in this room, and I want to watch the hourglass to see if anything changes there.
Hourglass does not change at all.
Noted. That's good then. Okay, so at least it gets rid of that concern. Okay, marvellous. Sorry, I was having Tomb Raider flashbacks. Well, I guess the world's our oyster, or at least two doors are. So I don't suppose we know which one we want to put the key into.
Well, given as I think when we put the key in the third door, it just kind of opened, we might want to try this key in the first one.
Sounds like an idea.
That way, if it opens, great, and if it doesn't open, at least we haven't opened the second door by accident.
And sorry, just for this second door we talk about, the one that's got 2 on it. Is there something that marks it as the second door, like a 2 or something, or is it just that we're assuming that's the second door?
We're just avoiding the number 2 like the plague at the moment. But more importantly than that,
the doors all look identical.
The only thing I suppose we could say is because this particular door is in the middle, no matter which way you start counting from, in theory that door should be number 2.
Yeah, I mean,
arguably it's the second door in the same direction, so you might be right there.
I was thinking more because door 1 is our door of interest, more than creating more distractions for
Yeah.
ourselves, because that's where we saw the tracks coming to and from.
Let's try that. Unless anyone else is not in agreement, maybe we try door 1 with the key.
Yep.
Sure.
Okay.
Obviously,
Okay.
do you want me to carry the key? Well, with Boris's
Oh,
carry the key over, or are you going to take the key?
By the way, the
I'll
rest of
take
you,
it.
just describe how Fomos is looking at the moment.
Me, he is. He's exhausted.
Battered.
He's very battered, bloodied. He's not particularly in the best of moods. He just wants to get done so he can rest.
You are dripping blood onto the floor.
Yeah, just patching it.
And this is not a place we can rest?
We're still time constrained.
It looks like time stopped. Boris wouldn't know that.
But we don't know. We don't know how time is going to change outside, Boris. That's the trouble.
Although objectively, you're right. We don't really know what that actually means.
Do you want... We've got 10 minutes. I can give you a short rest if you need it, Thomos.
Well, as much as I appreciate it, I wouldn't be able to recover from the blood loss in that time. Out of character. That's because I have no hit dice. I'm completely tapped.
Yeah. Well, that was reckless.
Sounds like a U-boat.
Daggers. Absolute daggers.
Are you sure you want to open the door, Famous?
Not really, but... Well,
JC's
why
got
not?
JC's got the key.
Would you like the JCB to open the door?
I'd rather he did open the door, yes. I'd rather not disintegrate immediately, thank you.
JC, are you getting down or am I carrying you across?
A piece.
Is this what we're going to refer to it to now? Every time you two work together, is you are the JCB?
It may be one of my favourite things of all time. That. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I'm happy with that.
You're going to swing JC like a club, aren't you?
Oh, I can't
God.
wait.
Okay. So you have the key there. It's quite difficult to manoeuvre into place, but you do manage to do that with Boris helping you.
I'm going to close my eyes, grip my teeth, and I'm going to rotate the key in the lock.
It doesn't turn.
Okay.
Well, I guess we have to use the other door then.
Well, where's the other key?
Well, if you do go and try the other door, I will look into the room at the two statues at the time just to see if there's any reactions as the key's being used. Not in this one. I've missed that opportunity. But if we do go behind door number 2.
All right, JC. Let's do this.
Again, I will put the key in the lock, close my eyes, grip my teeth, and try and rotate the key.
There's a clicking sound. And the key rotates.
Am I still alive?
You look down, and you're still there.
Cool! I'm not dead, guys.
Boris is gone, but you're still there.
Yeah, Boris is gone. Dak! Please.
Dak turns into an elephant.
Dak's not turning anything at the moment. He took a wallop from that mage hunter.
JC, after you open a door, providing everything is safe and sound, just see if you can take
have
the
we
key
actually
back
opened
out.
the door?
And Fomos, the statues are doing nothing. They're just standing there like statues.
Cool. Okay, that's good.
We've unlocked the door, but has it opened?
It's unlocked.
Boris, this is a very big stone door. I don't think I'm going to be able to push it open. Can you just...
Boris
give
kicks
it.
Okay.
Oh, God.
It swings open easily. And inside you see a corridor about 40, 50 feet long, 10 feet wide. The walls are green jade, sparkling slightly. The actual room is almost like a cylinder with a flat bottom, and at the end you see grandiose doors.
Does the floor look like it could be lots of individual stones where some can be depressed?
Lava. The floor is lava.
I played that game.
Make a perception roll for me, please.
20.
Okay, it looks like solid jade. You have seen jade before. You have seen jade carved into various bits of jewellery and even small containers, but you've never seen the opulence of a jade floor like this before. It looks solid.
Gentlemen, before we proceed, I do have one. Again, this could be.
And the statues haven't moved.
No. This could still be me just being exceptionally paranoid in an area that I have no understanding of. But given that, don't take the key, or is it, don't take the second. Taking would mean we don't return it. Is that key still in the door? Can it be taken out with the door still open?
The door has been kicked open, and the key is in the door still. So,
Okay,
so
Jason,
the key is about 6-7 feet up. That's where the keyhole is.
Might I make a suggestion that we get JC to return the key to the statue and asks it if it would like its key back? Because then we're not actually taking the key full stop. We have returned it. We borrowed it. We didn't.
Yes, I would do that, but I hear children screaming, so I'll be back in 1 minute.
Oh dear.
So he
That's
vanishes
two.
as well to the sound of children screaming.
They're coming for us all.
There was no smile on his face. It's like, oh, not again.
So JC, he seemed happy to commit to that. I will carry him back with the key, if that's okay.
Okay.
And I would say to JC, the words to ask would be, ask them, would you like the key back? And hold the key out to them. That's what I'd suggest he does.
It does nothing.
Huh. Try on the picture on here. The keys, the hands are open. Would are the hands open like this on the actual statues, or is that just the?
That's how they are. Yep.
JC, try putting the key next to it in its hand. See if it'll take it. Just don't let go of it. We don't want it falling into the sand. That could cause more problems.
Oh, I'm JC's second, aren't I? Yeah, JC does that. Yeah.
Okay.
Tries to hold.
And he manages to balance it on the hand, and he just stays there.
Okay. In which case it doesn't seem to want the key back. Bring the key back, and we'll just leave it safely on the floor out here, just in case.
Yep.
We tried.
Well, we might need it for the next door.
Well, we'll leave it. It's relatively safe here, hopefully. So I don't think we need to take it with us, but. Just so you know, JC, nothing happened. We tried it, wouldn't take it back, so we've just left the key on the floor here for safekeeping. Yep, perfect.
Yeah, our cat jumped out the bedroom window, and our son thought that he was going to die because he jumped out of the bloody first-story window. So that was a scream. So nothing to worry about. Bloody cats.
To confirm, the cat is in fact not dead.
No, he ran off.
He's now pink, though.
Yes.
So there is this.
Well, I got died by accident, and that was an accident.
So, Dak and Lewin, what are you doing hanging back here?
I'm just watching what they're deciding to do. Something inevitably is going to go wrong here, so...
Hold on, you've got JCB on the case. Fomos is killing it. Dak hasn't turned anyone into anything for ages.
And you're too chicken to be in the same room as us.
I don't know. Luke's been taking a step in and then go back out, and then taking a step in and go back out again.
If there's one thing I know about these old temples and ruins, there's always some horrible thing which will happen where all the doors shut and the person inside gets horribly mauled.
Yeah, but what are the odds that'll happen twice in one lifetime?
Very likely. I forget how young you guys are. You've never seen this before. I've seen it several times.
Well, okay.
So what are you doing?
Well, no time like that. I think we should go through. I think we should walk on the beautiful jade floor.
What Lewin will do is he's going to examine this key. It's made of stone, but is there anything else? It's iron.
It's solid iron with a bit of rust on it. It's heavy. So it's about 2 foot long.
Anything out of the ordinary about it, apart from its size?
Its size, it's not particularly nothing. There's no markings of any sort at all. This is more Call of Cthulhu-esque, isn't it?
Is there a window?
Sanity loss.
Sanity loss.
I will have a sanity loss if we don't get moving.
Well,
Well, go on, Mr. Low Wisdom. Let's go see what happens.
I'm going to step into the Jade Corridor. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
YOLO.
It feels cold in here.
Oh, marvellous. Hey, you might actually like it in here.
So you're going in.
I am.
It's solid underfoot. You're not slipping, but you can feel your hooves are struggling a little bit with traction.
Is this more like that smoky jade, or is it quite clear?
Oh, you can't see through it, but there are little sparkles in it.
Okay. Or he just sort of turns around and shrugs. So it's fine. Are we moving on, or do you want to stand in the desert for another few hours and dehydrate?
No, this is shiny and sparkly. Can I slide on it?
You can
Not
try.
with me on your back.
Try
you
not,
can't.
try not to break
can
it. Jade is very pretty, but not always the strongest.
I'll try not
Was
to
that-
break it. Can I slide on it?
No,
Go for it.
JC is going to be prepared to leap off of Boris's back if he decides to fall through.
So Boris slides forward, and yes, you can slide in it.
Whee! I like this.
are you coming, Loon?
How well would JC slide on this?
Depends if he's on his feet or on his back.
I
If you
mean,
put a bit of water on the floor, then he'll just glide.
I mean, cat curling needs to be a sport.
Would you like the floor to get scratched as I'm desperately trying to stop myself with my claws?
As you get towards the door at the end, it gets colder. JC, what's your passive perception?
21.
And that's -5 because you're tired, so it's 16. Just at the edge of your hearing, you can hear almost like whispers.
I'm assuming I don't understand much language or anything like that.
It's not. It's just sound like just at the edge of your hearing, just like whispers standing there.
I'm sure it's fine. Must just be the wind.
That won't be a bad omen at all.
This all seems fine to me. Expensive floors as well. I like that. I keep forgetting that, although I'm a smart cookie, I have no wisdom whatsoever, so I should have no foreboding about this.
Oh, that's okay then, Mr. Low Wisdom.
Hey, I'm not the one who's making deals with eldritch beings.
No, we're just saving your hometown instead. That's managed to disappear.
Look, before you two get into a wizard war, at least let us get out of the way.
No, let's just get this over and done with.
It wouldn't be a very
Totally.
long war anyway. He's only got full moves.
Well, I was going to step forward then to where JC is. Do I get the same sensation with the audio, or is...
What's your passive perception?
No, 10, no.
No, yeah, you don't hear it.
all right,
He's
JC.
just gone mad. He's tired. He's a very tired cat.
Yeah. At least
Boris-
I'm keeping
So
Boris'
Boris is at the front. Yep. So Boris is getting that. The door. As you get there, Boris, you can almost see there's, despite it being very dry in here, there's almost ice on the door.
Well, look, I have a
Don't-
lovely scarf, you see.
Yep.
Boris, just do us a favour. Maybe don't kick this one open and open it like a civilised person.
Punch
There
her.
aren't even like handles, right?
Does it need?
There is no handle on it. There is a metal plate on the door, as sort of about hand height.
That has push written on it. just push the door
no.
gently.
No, the way this would normally play out would be it's so covered in frost you can't see it until after you spent an hour trying to pull it. You then brush it. Oh, it's push.
Yeah.
Except Boris can't read, so he punches it instead.
You punch the door, yep.
No, that wasn't making me to an action.
Do it gently, Boris.
I was assuming this one had a key, also, but if not, I'm doing this gently. Okay, I will very gently kick the door.
Oh,
Okay. Lewin and Dak, what are you doing?
You go first, Dak.
I was just gonna say, just slowly making my way down the corridor. I'm perhaps taking a hair more caution than what the others are, but I'm still going.
So, you open the door. At the other side of the door is... I can find the right thing. Here we go. The door opens, and in front of you there is an expanse of black going on into infinity. You hear whispering coming from the other side. There is a void there. You know to go through that would be the end of you. You would never come back. You have this guttural knowledge.
Can we actually see like a spiral galaxy in there?
You can. It's open, and it is this void. It's vertiginous. It's huge. You have no, and you see now under your feet, the green disappears, and those little flecks are stars. Dak,
guys, I can see my house from here.
Could you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
Probably not. I don't have to drive disadvantage. No, it's ability checks. So 14 for that one.
Okay, that's fine. You hear a click. You look up, and you see this nothingness above you descend. You jump out of the way, but you take 14 force damage.
Oof. That's halved to me, isn't it?
And Lewin, just behind you, you see a sphere of nothing, apart from little pinpricks of light in there, and it just descends on the floor towards you. On the floor.
That doesn't seem good. I am going to back off.
Can you roll initiative for me, please?
Ooh,
Everybody?
okay.
I definitely would have screamed when I got hit by that.
And the ball is even sparkling.
Eee.
Shiny.
Oh, balls.
So,
ball.
So, have you all rolled for initiative?
No, sorry.
The turn order wasn't up, but yeah, there you go.
Okay. Get rid of that. That goes. Okay. So, Lewin, this ball descends behind you.
Just to check, the turn order's missing a whole bunch of people on it.
Oh,
yeah, you're right.
Oh, they were there though, weren't they?
Yeah, I was on there a minute ago.
I was there with 21.
It does this on occasion. It puts people off and takes people off.
Do I need to roll again?
Yeah, roll again. Yep.
Yeah, it did better this time.
Oh, I did worse.
Okay.
Oh, hold on, I'm not there yet. Oh, look, it's the exact same number.
Okay, so you're fine. Okay, Lewin. So you were just there when it dropped. So it's not only you can feel the power radiating from this thing.
Cool.
Could you make a Arcana roll for me, please?
Arcana, yes, I can. With disadvantage, of course.
Yep.
It's a natural 1, 13.
It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't have time to properly investigate. I am going to back off slowly.
Yep. Okay.
And do I still have my action, or was my action forced to
No,
do
you
the
still have your
Arcana
action.
check? Well, then I am going to attempt to work out what the hell this is.
Okay, well that was your action then, doing that carnival then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you do. I'll make that your action then. Okay. Boris.
Okay. Boris. It's one of those times when Boris doesn't have a lot to do, really.
Hit it.
Well, this is the thing. I could try. And Boris might want to do that. But you're kind of in between me and it.
Is this thing completely opaque, or is it slightly translucent? Or
You cannot see through it. It's sucking in the light.
so we can't actually. I can't see the rest of the group.
You
The group
can't see the
me.
group, no. And you can't hear them either.
Oh. So there's a good chance they just think I'm dead at the moment. Then.
They have no idea what's happened to you.
Oh dear.
All you heard was a very girly scream from Dak as he came down.
He ate another olive, didn't he?
Ooh. Bear with me. Oh, I think that counts as a... You know, if I try to do augury, is that like a 10-minute cast thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, won't do that then.
Well, you never know. You might have 10 minutes before we inevitably die.
I feel like this thing's going to get to us pretty quick. You know what? Boris has no idea what the hell's going on, what this thing is. He's actually going to look at it and try and work it out in any way that he might have the means to.
You wouldn't have a clue. You have no idea what it is. It's like looking up on a very dark night sky. But you know there is power and force within it.
Okay. Fair enough. Is that an action to do that and sort of?
No. If you can't think of anything to do, we will move on to the next person.
Go for it.
Okay. Dak. You have pushed. You're on the floor there. This thing hit you and it's smarted.
Well, I'll I'll pick myself up off the floor.
Yep.
Is it actually a 10-foot sphere, or is this like a column that's going floor to ceiling?
It's a sphere which actually fits the space of the corridor perfectly.
Ah, okay. So it is essentially blocked off.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Jeez. All right. In this
Turn it into a
particular
donkey.
in this particular instance, then I think what I'll do is I will. Can I just find a pebble or a stone or something on the ground, find it, and just throw it at it, just to see if it bounces off of it, or whether it just gets sucked into it and disappears?
Yep.
Okay.
You found there's a pebble there. You can see there's a pebble formed from the roof. You throw it in, and it hits this orb thing, and just disappears into it.
Okay.
Do we see this rock come out the other side?
You have no idea. You can't see Dak.
No, I mean, does this random rock suddenly come flying out the other side?
You wouldn't know. You do not see anything.
Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah, for the time being, then that would have been my action to have done that, wouldn't it?
Okay.
Yeah,
JC.
that's fine. So that's me.
I'm just going to cling to Boris's neck harder. I will take any sort of form of dodge action because I have no idea either. So, yeah.
Okay. Fomos.
Do you know what? I have this horrible sinking feeling that I know what this is.
You're going to. You're going to.
Can I do it?
An Arcana roll?
Sorry, I was going to do an Arcana roll specifically, but would Fomos know what this potentially could be if it is what I think it is?
Make an Arcana roll.
Okay. Can I guidance myself?
No.
Is that possible?
No, not for this. No.
No. Booger.
15.
Oh man! If only it was advantage. 15.
15. Well, you've spent enough time around books, and reading about things you can do, to have a suspicion that this is something that you've heard of called a sphere of annihilation.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Oh.
And we've got disadvantage on our ability checks, which makes that exceptionally difficult. So would Arcana that would have been my. Oh god, because it's an action, isn't it? Oh no, I can't do what I need to do. Oh, okay, that's not good. That was my action at Arcana roll. Was that right? Or
yeah, doing that, I would say that was your action because you were scouring your brain trying to think what it was. You can still move.
Yeah, I'm going to take a step back and suggest that that Lynn does the same, and I'll explain what we need to do. Basically, one of us who has arcane knowledge is going to need to move this, but if we don't manage to move it to our whims, it is going to come straight for us.
You're not entirely sure because the sphere of annihilations that you heard about are much smaller than this.
Yeah, this is more like a world destroy, which means it could be even more significantly bad and more difficult to move. But we are, for all intents and purposes, trapped right now. That's it. I can't do anything else. Shit.
This thing's coming towards you. Lewin.
Okay.
Fomos cried out what he thought it was.
Okay.
We're going to have a TPK, aren't we?
Oh, we are.
Well, no, Dak will bloody survive it again.
Looking behind me, this door is shut, isn't it?
So it's open. Open, and what you see is the. Let me just put on the you just see the cosmos.
Well, it's a choice between certain death and mystery. So Lewin is going to push his way through, and he is going to step out into the vast unknown.
He's going to step out into the vast unknown, is he?
Yep.
Okay. Right.
And he is preparing a spell as well.
You go out into the vast unknown, just float away. We'll deal with you in a moment, Boris. Lewin has just stepped out of the door.
Okay. Boris got the idea that this thing is death behind him, this unending universe. So what I'm going to do, this square next to me, this jade square, I'm going to try and smash it.
Yep.
There is currently a JC on my back. If he is impeding my smashing, then he's about to get thrown off pretty quick.
Okay, he will impede your smashing.
Okay, well, he's about to hit the floor then. Because Boris is not being held up by anyone. He's going into rage. He's going to attempt to smash that square to see if there's some kind of gap or space.
Make a strength roll.
Okie dokie. So that will be strength. Would that... So with rage, does that cancel out the disadvantage of...
Yes, it does, yeah.
Exhaustion? Okay, cool. That'd be 17.
The fusto just clatters off the wall.
Sorry, so that was supposed to be the jade floor square just next to me.
Okay, so it just clatters off the floor then.
May I make a second attempt?
You may, so make a second attempt.
Excellent.
And again, it just skitters off the floor.
Bollocks. All right. I think that's about as much as Boris can do for now.
And you can see Lewin floating away.
Does he look dead?
You can see his eyes starting to bulge a bit and blood coming out of his nostrils.
Well, if that's the case, I would have used my action when I came out to cast Resilient Conquer around myself.
Okay.
Because I haven't used my action before my turn was ended.
Yep.
So.
Alright. Okay, so Lewin is floating around in a Zorb ball out in deep space.
There's a little Jetsons, little jet sound going off as I zoom through space.
Okay,
I think that'll be Boris.
Dak, you can see this thing is going down the corridor.
I've got no knowledge of what's going on the other side.
Not
Did I? No, see, I was so far away, I probably didn't even see what actually went on the other side of that door before that thing came down and squashed me. God damn it. Could have done with that telepathic bond up. Can I just look around the room I'm in now? From how it was previous before this ball fell, has anything changed?
Make a perception roll.
Well, this for 18.
Not that you can see, nothing has changed at all.
Shit. I suppose that would have been my action to have done that, wouldn't it?
Yes, if you're going to make a proper perception roll, yeah.
Yeah.
Scour around. Okay, JC. You've been thrown on the floor.
Yeah. I'm going to crawl over to the gap.
Yep.
I want to stand up. And I want to see if... And I'll be prepared to pull myself back if I can. I want to put my arm through the doorway, but feel around the side of the wall to see if there's something you could grip onto.
As soon as you put your hand out, your hand you can feel all the fur start to stand up, and the sweat on your paw just instantly freezes and evaporates. Both at the same time, sublimes.
Cool. But is there something you can grip onto?
There's nothing on the other side. But you start to feel your arm pulling you into that void.
I'll pull my arm back out.
Okay, it's just an arm, so you can do that.
Yep. And I... This is a spear,
Dak,
isn't it?
that's not a problem. That's a big problem.
yeah. Living things don't like that so much.
Oh, Lewis, he's having a whale of a time.
So this is a sphere, but the corridor isn't a sphere, is it? It's flat bottom with round walls, ceiling, but to a flat bottom. Is there a gap that I can see from where I am between...
No, exact fit.
Well, I'm going to stay where I am. I'm going to hold dodge action whilst making peace with the gods.
Okay.
God.
I've got
Fomos.
there's two harebrained schemes, JC. One of them involves us potentially losing the bag of holding, but I've heard apparently they can sometimes fix these problems. But this is quite a much bigger problem, which may not work.
Do it.
I'm going to try.
I know what you're thinking. Do it.
What? Throwing the bag of holding at the sphere of annihilation and getting it to blow up.
Yup. That'll be okay. Oh, so how did the campaign end? Oh, bag of holding into another X-dimensional space.
Well, I mean, to be fair, my first option would have been using my wish to cast Gate on it, so to move it out of this existence, but I can't because someone made me use it to fucking read. Okay, well, I'm going to have to do
a little bit of vitriol, that, isn't it?
it's more annoyance that no one else can read, but it's okay. Right, okay. There's one thing I can do. But given I'm fatigued, this is I have to be incredibly lucky to get this to work, and even then, it's probably only going to work once.
Well, quickly before you do that, I just want to pass this out that if that thing hits me and I've got the bag of holding on me, we can have a reality delete anyway because bag of holding be that.
Yeah, well, I mean, the only thing I can think of which could go wrong is I know that with Civilization you can try and control them, but I am incredibly fatigued, so this is probably not going to go well if I try. So, you know what? Sod it. That's what I'm going to do, because it's literally the only thing I can do looking at everything I have, is try and control this sphere.
Okay. So you're going to try and control it then?
Yes, so it's an Arcana roll, is that right?
It is, if I just get it up again.
It's a hard check.
It's a very hard check. It is an intelligence Arcana check.
Yeah. This is going to be with disadvantage, isn't it?
It will be with disadvantage.
Yeah, we're all going to die, guys. Sorry. Here we go.
Well, I've had an idea for my next turn if we survive.
And
well, it's not...
There's a slight shimmy in this thing coming towards you, but it's coming on relentlessly.
Well, we're boned.
It's getting close to you, Fomos.
Yeah, that was my turn. There's literally nothing else I can... Because I'm assuming I can't fly over it or anything, because you said it's a tight fit on
It's a tight fit, yeah. Lewin.
Yes.
You are bobbing up and down, weightless. You're weightless, and you are floating away. You can see this door into reality, and you're into space, and it's just floating away from you. Must be about.
Okay.
It must be about 60 feet away from you now.
Now, Lewin's a clever sod, and despite the fact this is his first experience in low gravity, he still has some idea what to do, and this is going to interact super weirdly with Resilient Sphere. So, the wording of Resilient Sphere says that you can attempt to walk and move it around.
You have nothing to walk against.
I'm not going to do that.
Right.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to telekinetic shove myself. So not myself, but the inside of the sphere to push it 5 foot towards where the door is.
That's trying to lift yourself up, isn't it?
But again, if there's zero gravity, any application of force is going to move me forward. And this is.
No, I'm not going to get that. Yeah. No.
That's like the whole putting a beam on the roof of a car and hanging a magnet on the other end.
Well, I guess I will just have a think about what to do then, while I'm at least not dying from
you're
exposure.
upside down as much as upside down can be, and you start to get disorientated.
I'm just gonna stroke. Can I use that shove on myself to apply opposite force to get myself back standing stable or floating stable?
Well, standing is relative because every which way is up.
Yeah, rather than like cartwheeling in
Oh,
a
right,
vac.
okay, yeah. I can let you sort of stabilise yourself a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stabilise myself, and he's going to stroke his goatee and have to think about what to do.
Yeah. Okay. Boris.
Intelligence, you say, to control the sphere.
Oh God.
Well,
He's really hard at it.
Boris is going to try and smash this square in front of him.
Go for it.
Try the walls. Try to make it wider.
We've tried the walls, actually, because the first time I did it, the DM misunderstood what I was trying to do and it did nothing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go for it.
Recklessly, of course, if that makes any difference. I'll give that a go. Oh, no, wait. Sorry, I did an attack. I'm supposed to be doing strength, aren't I?
Yep. Okay. It scratches the floor slightly.
Oh dear, 20 only scratches slightly. Yeah, I'll try the second one against the wall then.
Really? Never mind. Yeah, go for it. Sorry.
At this point, Boris, we're not here to try to do a home run and whack this ball away from us.
I mean, I got a 31. That's not bad.
The jade cracks and crumbles, the other side of which there is stone.
As in immediately and no chance to hide from the sphere, or there's a gap there?
There is stone there, like the sandstone that's outside.
Yeah, but is there a gap? If you stood in where Jade was,
No,
with the ball,
there's no gap there.
Okay. So on that note, then, the only thing that's been said is someone shouted the name of what this thing is, didn't they?
Yeah. So the wall, you basically, there's a 5-foot section of wall which is just completely shattered and is on the ground now. And there's just stone behind it.
So that's kind of meaningless. Oh wait, you say stone, but there's...
Yeah.
There's nowhere for Boris to obviously move into that space now because it's immediately behind the thing that was there anyway.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. And the speed this thing's been moving, is it about to move into Boris's space on the next turn?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So all that Boris knows is that someone called out what this thing is called.
Yep. You have
And
no
he
idea what that is.
No, Boris has no idea what that is. So Boris is going to leap through, or try and sprint through, because he feels like this is kind of like fire or something like that will damage him. But ultimately he'll come out the other side, because he probably doesn't understand the concept of what this thing is. To be fair, I don't really know what this is. It sounded awful, but...
I mean, running through it is a really bad idea, and it's probably just at this stage we literally have you choose your death.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
And Boris wouldn't know exactly he wouldn't have a concept of how dangerous this thing is. He just feels like, I'll take damage. I'm fine. So the only thing there would be is probably Boris would try and take someone with him, but I don't want to condemn someone else to death if this is as bad as I think it is. So I'm going to leave it up to JC whether I carry you through or not, because Boris would probably try to do that, but if you don't want me to...
Well, I've got my little idea that I want to do that probably won't work,
So Boris goes to pick you up and you go... And he goes, alright, well, never mind. And Boris is going to sprint through to whatever level the DM deems necessary.
Bye, Boris.
Boris, you cease to exist.
And the universe is a better place.
I like to think that Cord is just in the background, just going, yes!
Someone else.
That is a champion's death.
You wish you hadn't come back now, don't you?
all of a sudden, Granny and all that, they don't seem like spectral ghosts anymore. They seem real.
We're high-fiving.
You can see all the extended family doing face palms.
Hey, they wouldn't know what it was.
Okay, Boris jumps into this black thing. You don't know if he's gone through the other side or not.
Excuse me for a sec, I'm going to need a drink for this one.
Dak.
Oh god, why does it have to be my turn?
Mate, look, you won't even heard what I'd said, so you still don't know what this is.
I've got no idea. As far as I know, you could just be in another room the other side of this. I've got no idea what's going on.
I really wish you knew what this was, because it might give us more time.
I'm cracking.
But no, I think...
I'm going to crack up a moonshine for this one.
God.
Have you got Boris's flask by any chance?
Nothing's changed. I'm completely at a loss as what to do.
Okay. JC.
I just go stand there dumbfounded. Yeah.
JC.
Well, I'm going to look at Lewin. I'm going to salute him, and then I'm going to close the door.
Fuck!
Brutal.
In the hope that it disappears.
Mate, honestly, you'd have done a better fucking chance throwing the bag of holding at it.
Well,
To be honest,
closing the door is a free action. You can do that without a problem.
It's not a
Does it
bad
disappear?
idea, actually, if the door was there the entire time and he just closed it.
What happens to the sphere? Is it still imminent death?
There's a black, sparkling sphere bearing down on you.
I'm going to look at Fomos then and say, well, just give him the nod.
Just,
I'll
mate,
tell
it's
them-
honestly better than what's going to happen to me because I've got one option, and that is a really hard check with no chance of success. So, mate, do what you want.
I'm
I
going to
don't
look
care.
at Fomos. I'm going to give him the nod. I'm going to look up, say a little prayer, take the bag of holding, open the end of it, step forward, and I'm just going to shove the bag of holding into it and pray.
Okay.
What?
Could you roll for me, please, a D100?
72.
I don't know if that's what we wanted.
Even though
I wanted to see a low number.
The bag of holding swallows the sphere up.
That bag of holding is no longer usable.
Well, it is. It actually, it is as a last resort because I'm assuming it's fine until we open
Fomos,
it.
Yeah.
you can see the bag of holding starting to glow.
Quick.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm opening the door.
Open the door.
I'm
and throw the bag.
That's literally what I'm doing. I am throwing the grenade out there. I am sorry, Lewin, but I am fucking yeeting this bag of holding it into the stratosphere.
And it explodes with leaks going everywhere.
What did we just lose? Like, how much shit did we just lose?
Everything.
20,000 gold pieces.
Oh, God.
Lots and lots of stuff you lost. That explosion, Lewin, you get catapulted a long way away.
Jesus.
It's a little bit like an explosion in Star Wars, and you can just see, sort of this TIE fighter blowing up, and Lewin just disappearing into the distance.
It's very Darth Vader at the end of A New Hope.
Oh God! What the hell have we done?
I'm just looking if I have anything that can stop him going further away. Hang on, I might have something actually. No, is that going to work?
He's the equivalent of that manhole cover with that nuclear test.
No. It's right. Okay, this is really stretching it. Okay, this is massively stretching it, but there's nothing else I can do here that would potentially even have a chance of saving Lewin. With wind wall, is there any way I can direct this wall in that place to like blow him back, like I'm playing some sort of really shit game of intergalactic pool?
No, because you're going through a portal into an extra.
Nice, I can't.
So you can't. You could do if you went through there potentially.
Yeah, see, the only other thing I have is I could technically. Well, no, I can't because I don't have that level of Arcana at the moment. I was going to say the other thing is I could fly in there and try and pull you out, but I'm going to die the moment I go out there.
I'll tell you what, can we just also remember what the POV for Loon was? Because he's just seen JC salute him, close the door, and then a blinding light as a nuclear explosion goes off.
I've got nothing that can get him, I don't think, unless I can somehow misty step inside his orb, but I don't think that works. So no, that's too far.
Is there no way you can communicate with him to drop the orb so you can Misty Step?
Well, no, it's
He's too
30
far
feet of Misty Step. I can't. I've got
probably
nothing.
about 100 feet away now after the explosion.
You'd have to sort of like use a door to a different dimension to get away.
Yeah. Which
Don't forget though that this sphere appeared when we had this door open. Can we shut this door?
No, it doesn't matter. It's blown up. It doesn't matter. It's gone. It's finito. That I guess we'll just say, Dak, can you get Lewin back?
Hang on, where is he? And Dak's going to just.
I point out. It's like you know that meme where the guy's like pointing in shock, like it's that. Me and JC are doing that at the moment.
Alright, so I will. How we want to play this? I'll make my way down to the end of the corridor.
Dak, you cannot see Boris anywhere.
What is Boris with him?
We thought he was with you because he jumped through that thing.
No. Oh god, we've lost two of them. I haven't got anything to get. I can't even see him.
It is dark. There is no light out there apart from the what's coming through the door and the distant galaxy. Or swirl. You don't know what it is, but it is vertiginous looking out there.
That's me and JC pointing at Lewin spinning away.
Oh, you got there before I did.
I was trying to put it in, it wouldn't let me.
I haven't got anything that will go that far. I mean, that even if I had the charge in my cape, I'd only be able to get to him. I wouldn't be able to get back again.
Oh no! I hope he's got some sort of clever idea up his sleeve before he decided to run straight out there before the last moment.
I mean, can I see this door?
You can see the light from the door.
How far away is it roughly?
It's hard to say. Probably about 120 feet away now. And
Oh!
Away.
Lewin appears next to them.
Well, that works.
Assuming
You
no
don't.
funky interactions.
You don't, because where are you trying to get to?
I'm just trying to get to the door.
Which side of the door?
The inside of the door.
No.
Or,
I was going to say, why not do the other side and I could just pull you in?
yeah, fair enough. Do I have high enough intelligence to know that I would aim for the outside of the door?
Okay, well, you aim for it so the sphere comes down.
Mm-hmm.
Take a deep breath before that happens.
No, quite the opposite.
Could you please make for me a Constitution saving throw?
Of course. 21.
You take 11 cold and 11 force damage.
Okay.
Actually, no, that would be no necrotic damage, not force damage. 11 cold, 11 necrotic damage.
Yep.
And you materialise just here, this side of the door.
And I will pull him through.
Right.
I will help Fomos by holding on to part of him, and I'm going to grab Dak as well, so it's like a chain of us to try and pull Lewin in.
Okay, the floor is very slippy.
I'm going to put my feet to either side, like to the side of the door, so I can one of the feet anyway, like leveraging
so
back.
You reach through, try and grab Lewin. First of all, can you make a athletics roll for me, please?
Oh, this is not going to go well. Sorry, guys. 16.
9. You've got.
Fudge.
You missed. It's difficult to get a hold of him, and your arm is through there. That is a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
6.
You take 7 cold and 7 necrotic damage.
I'm down.
But you can be pulled
Whilst
back
holding on to Fomos, can I, because I'm touching him,
Yep.
I'm going to yell out Yabba Dabba Doo, here's the healing goo and healing word you for...
You can hear the whispering, JC, from this. Clearly there are entities in the void. Okay, Fomos, you...
Back up.
Back up. Well, that's JC, that's your go doing that, yeah?
Yeah, I'm holding on to him.
Dak,
So.
what are you doing?
I'm going to move next to JC, and I'm going to Thorn Whip Lewin and pull him back in.
Okay, could you make an attack roll, please? Phomos is on the
I
ground,
will
so you have
try.
an easy target there.
Who's that behind me?
If you don't want to know.
Is it an
oh.
attack or is it spell save?
It's a
Melee spell attack.
Yes. So that is I can't remember how to bloody do this now. I don't do spell attacks. 20 plus proficiency plus 6.
And this is going to be at disadvantage because you're going through the portal.
So that one and that one. So 10 plus proficiency, which is 6 plus wisdom, which is 6. So 12, 22.
You're
Okay.
very lucky I took my armor off.
Could you roll 4d6 for me, please? In fact, roll it twice and take the lowest roll.
Okay. 12.
That's 12. What damage is that? That is piercing damage.
Piercing damage.
Okay,
Yes.
and you can yank him back through the door.
Yeah.
And then slam that fucking door shut.
And the whispering gets quieter.
Could I make out the whispering whilst it was slightly louder?
No, not anything you understood.
Let's get out of this corridor, please.
Yes.
Just hear Boris swearing at you anyway.
Where is Boris?
He
ran
decided that
towards
the best
spear of
course.
death.
He ran towards one of the two sites of certain death, while you ran into the one that took longer.
Have you?
Self-immolation.
Oh, hyperbole. I had a way out of that.
Yeah, you may have. You just left us all to it.
Well, you have a choice between certain death or near certain death. Logical choice is you take the near certain death. I'm still here. Where is Boris?
We hear a spectral form haunting us in our dreams.
He's drinking ale with Uncle Agnes
And eating bacon.
and eating bacon. And calamari.
and giving Granny her teeth back.
I've collected many teeth.
Let's just say, Lewin, Cord will need a new champion.
Oh, that's terrible. Didn't anyone tell him? You
Didn't really have.
you
Yeah,
knew Boris
we
would do
kind of
something
set
like that.
Was a little bit focused on us trying to make sure the rest of us didn't get crushed to death by the sphere.
Ugh, what a waste.
And then the quietness of the temple takes over. Just here outside there's a shift of sand.
Because I remember the whispers were slightly louder. Can I go to the door before we leave this corridor and just crack it and really listen to see if I can hear what the whispers are saying?
Do you remember what happened to that Call of Cthulhu adventure?
The view from the window was very nice.
Are you going to do that, yeah? You're going to open the door again?
The fact that DM is giving a warning, I'm going to have
Okay.
to change it.
I'm going to smack your hands the moment you reach for that door.
Okay.
Come
seriously,
join
are you
me,
gonna open
JC.
Are you going to open the door again?
Come
No.
join me.
No. Okay. All right. You think the gods are probably nodding at you and saying, "You chose wisely." Okay. There's a crack in the wall here, stone on the other side. The jade is down. It's just shattered into many pieces.
JC's going to do what JC does. He's going to pick a piece of jade and put it in his pocket.
Assuming I can, Lewin walks back out into the main room.
He can.
You'll find Dax sitting on the floor, slumped against the wall in tears.
Yeah, I'm going to limp out there and just collapse on the floor as well.
Lewin's looking at this hourglass. Is there any means of turning it round?
You gonna try?
What do you think, guys? I've got a suspicion in my brain that this may interact with time in such a way that maybe we could undo events which just happened.
I did hear of a rumor of a prince from a faraway land called Persia who could do stuff like this.
I will try and help you turn it around. Be nice. The only thing I'd say, Lou, is the sand hasn't moved the entire time we've been here, from what I can see, so it might not do a lot. However,
but you try and shift it, and it just doesn't wish to move. You cannot move it at all.
Oh, sorry, Boris. That was my idea, which is we Prince of Persia this and reverse all the events.
Try and move Earth or whatever for the sand.
Anyone know Superman?
Can I cast Mage Hand inside the thing and lift that grain of sand up?
You can try. And it doesn't work.
Oh.
What are you doing now?
I don't know what
Dak
the rest of you are doing, but
Dak is sitting in floods of tears.
Look, I know that we need to get moving, but if we keep moving, there's going to be no one left to save your city or anything that's left of it.
Oh, I think at this point there's nothing left anyway.
It's your decision whether we keep moving or not.
I'm still looking. I'm only half paying attention to the complaints. This hourglass. Any grooves, mechanisms, anything which implies that
it's just hanging there in midair. It's not attached to the wall. It's just hanging there.
And I can't just reach my hand out and just try and push it.
You can try and push it, but it just does not move.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
Sorry, I'm just going to put Boris back here. And Boris, I'm just going to show. I'm going to put you in another room just to show you what's coming up. You can see.
Oh, goody!
Quick, get him back! He can give us spoilers.
Is that the last words we hear? We hear an echo of "Oh, goody!" We're like, "Oh no!"
Oh, 18 annihilation spheres. Yeah. Wicked.
I won, get some free.
And only 17 bag of holdings in the corner.
Okay, what are you doing? You're sitting there.
I have no
idea. The only other option is to try and get the key. Doesn't fit in that lock. We're going to have to ask, unfortunately, what we didn't probably want to do in the warning, which was ask for the second key. But maybe the warning all along was that second door. We just chose the wrong two of the two keys. That's the only other thing we can do. See if your other statue has a key. Ask it for the key, and let's open this other door.
The other statue did have a key.
Didn't.
He did.
It did, yes, I meant, we could ask the other one, yeah.
I suppose we could always have some long-lost paladin come riding through to save us.
Or on a motorbike.
Yeah.
He wouldn't save you.
I am not Jordan, thank you very much.
Okay, so what are you doing?
JC, go get the other key.
We must.
I'm running out of people to do this to. So Fomos, uppies.
I mean, am I going to be able to? No. I can't. No, I'm battered to pieces. I'm barely conscious right now.
Dak, uppies. If people sink that far in that sand, I'll suffocate.
I'm not sure I'd be able to carry you either.
It's only up to your knees, you'd be fine.
Up to your knees? I'm short. I'm fat.
Here, if you lie flat, you can distribute your weight easier across the sand.
Walk on all fours. I know it's a bit humiliating, but...
Fine. I will wander over and I will belly to the sand.
Okay. So you can do that. The sound is very soft. You go up
Yep.
to the second statue. Yep.
Yeah, I'll say the same thing. May I have the key, please? And my key's in.
And its head looks down at you, and it takes the key from around its head and gives it to you.
I'll say thank you, and I will then drag it and myself back.
Yep. No problem. It's heavy, but you can drag it. You're getting used to carrying keys.
Yeah. It's a lot of burden carrying these keys, isn't it? And then I will, and I will try and unlock
You're
this.
not tall enough to do that. Somebody else is going to have to do that.
Can I attempt to pick up the key using my telekinetics and try and get it into the slot?
How much can you telekinesis carry?
As much as mage hand.
It's about 80, 90 pounds. It's very heavy.
Oh, yeah, cool. Fair enough.
Okay, I can. I can do this. And Dak will pick himself up.
Lewin is a beanpole. He's how high is it? Because Lewin's
It's
6'4".
about 6 feet up.
Oh, I mean Lewin's
JC's
probably taller.
JC's just too short and fat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lewin's taller than that.
I'll
need a hand because I can't lift this, but
Yep.
I can attempt to angle it in.
Okay. So between you managed to put the key in the lock. There's a clicking noise.
Rocks fall.
If there's a corridor, I'm not going.
There was a click. The key has turned.
Dak will gently push the door open.
The door opens. Inside, you see another chamber. Standing in the middle of the room, there is a large golem. And it's out of its eyes, you can see these red beams coming out, and they scan you all.
Well, I'm standing off to the side of the door, so he's not going to see me.
Can I just shut the door again?
It's scanning you, and then the beams go out.
Think happy thoughts.
You going to close the door? Golem's not moving.
Yeah, just gonna shut the door again.
Okay. JC, you hear on the other side.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to just stand here. I will say that I do hear the scratching at the other side of the door.
This is where those footprints lead.
Correct.
It's the only door we have a choice to go through, so we might as well just see what happens. It didn't attack you immediately after scanning you.
Yeah, if we retreat now, we would have lost Boris for nothing.
Well, with Lost Boris and Single.
We need to keep moving forward.
Oh, Lewin will step aside. After you, then.
No. After you.
Dak will push the door open again.
Okay, open the door. Press the button to open the door. And inside, just the other side of the door, you see these little objects about 4 inches tall. And there's 4 of them there. They've got little feet on. You can all see this. Lewin and Fomos, you recognise these as animated little things, and little creatures, tiny servants. And Lewin, you recognise these as dragon chess pieces.
Ooh, I love dragon chess.
Do you say that?
I do. Lewin's got 10 wisdom.
And the golem raises up a hand and just points at you, Lewin. And then takes a couple of steps backwards.
Right, this is clearly an invitation of some kind. Lewin is going to step inside, and he's going to point at the trapezing pieces and say, "Ah, you must want a game."
And you go into this room, a large rectangular room. You can see there's sandstone floor. You can see there's been the roof has been damaged with time, and you can see sand has trickled in, and you can see there's a mound of sand in the room. To the south of you, you can see 2 ever-burning torches flanking a door. The door is made out of solid stone. There's no lock or handle or anything on it.
Is there a board anywhere
Okay.
for dragon chess?
Make an investigation roll. Sorry, perception roll for me, please.
Oh, perception. That's the wrong one. That's a shame. 7.
No, you just see this hulking golem in front of you, and you have had problems with that in the past.
That's fine.
Golems.
Well, luckily
and you
for
recognise the same. This is a similar golem to the one you saw in the Empress's challenge that she threw at you, which you know was quite difficult to beat. You know, it can attract. It's a cobalt golem. You know, it can attract metal towards itself.
That's fine. Luckily for Lewin, he has his own dragon chess set. He's got a collapsible board. It's not very good, but it's designed for portability. I am going to very delicately walk forward, and I'm just going to set it out on the ground in front of me.
Okay. The golem does nothing.
Yeah, that's a shame.
What are the rest of you doing?
Enjoying life.
Dak's going to follow Lewin in at this point. Dak's unwilling to leave anyone by themselves.
Yeah, I'm going to come in as well, but I'm going to just sit slumped up against the wall because I am shattered. I can't.
Go on.
Maybe up here actually. I'll come closer. I'll come over here and slump down the wall, so at least I can see what's going on.
I am going to come and stand this side of the wall, but peek round the corner so I can sort of see into the room for the moment. That corridor has sort of freaked me out a bit.
Standard cat behaviour.
Yes. Literally, if you look back at the door, you'll see Jason's head completely 90 degrees sideways, just the eyes and the ears and the hat.
Yeah, I know. I unfortunately know exactly what that's like all too well.
Okay, can both Dak and Fomos please make for me perception rolls?
Yeah, 1 second.
13.
7.
Okay, so 13 is just enough. You see under this mound here, Dak, it's not difficult. You can see what looks like the edge of a stone tablet or board or something.
Okay, I will point that out to Lewin. There's your board.
Ooh. Could you fetch it to me, please? And I will start repacking up my little chessboard.
Dak's just going to walk over to where he thinks the edge is, and then just clear some of the sand with his foot, just to affirm his
You
thinking.
clean a little bit. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly looks like a chessboard.
Clean a bit.
Yeah, just keep going.
It's going to take you a while to do it.
Does anyone have gust of wind or similar spells?
Yes, I do, but you're not having them because then I run out of
Do
spells.
you reckon shape earth would work with dust?
Not like this, no.
Yeah, I haven't got anything that would not result
I can
in
help
something
resist
to
it. I
attack
can
the
Is that
room.
a cantrip? Is
but-
Shape Earth a cantrip?
Yes, it is.
Don't think you need to have. Don't think it works on sand, does it? What's it called? Shape
Mold earth.
Mold Earth. Mold.
Well, Earth is such a
Dirt
loose
or
term, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
dirt
not
or
going to happen if I don't spell it right.
Mold. Mold Earth. That's definitely more of a druid spell. The other thing, of course, I can do is prestidigitation cleans a 1 foot.
Okay, so I'll let you
square.
do
That's
that.
probably the way to do it. Yeah.
And the little dragon chess pieces go and take their places on the board.
Ooh, wonderful. I am just going to first. I'm more than happy to play, but Dak, of course, as party leader and chief strategist, you have first refusal.
I've not played chess before.
Oh,
I've played this before. Well, I assume he probably would have because he's into or something similar.
do you have proficiency in dragon chess?
Do you have proficiency in dragon chess?
I do, because
Do you actually have on your sheet?
Because despite my rustic living, I am of noble stock, of course.
Would Phomos have any idea what this is, or any form of this chess, or?
Well, you know what it is, but you're probably not very good at it.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I won't be giving you guidance on that then. That'll be cheating anyway. Go on, this is all yours.
That's fine. I will. Is there a seat or anything?
Nope.
Oh.
And as you stand there, the golem moves to the other side, and all the pieces take their position.
Lewin
And
is
you are
going.
white, and he is black.
Wonderful.
So-
First things first. Just to ascertain, I am just going to quickly introduce myself to the pieces, see if they respond.
They do not.
Oh, that's a shame. I'm used to my servants having their own opinions. It's quite nice.
So, the golem starts, and a couple of pieces just move. A piece moves forward.
Right, can I immediately win by disqualifying him because you said I was white?
He started. It's his rules. His board.
I'll have you know, in Singon rules, it is the white pieces which go first.
He passively just stares at you. You can see these huge clawed hands itching.
Would it have not been sensible to clarify which rule set you were playing against?
Well, no worries. I can adjust quickly. I am going to start with the Dwendalian Gambit.
Okay.
Oh god, we're all
Do
going
you
to
say
die.
that?
Yes.
So the first piece moves as you say that, and then the golem moves, and then a second piece moves as part of the gambit. Okay, so I'd like you to do for me is do for me a dragon chess proficiency roll.
Cool. And do I have disadvantage from exhaustion on this?
Yes, you do, because you're actually drunk, exhausted, rather
Yes.
than anything else.
Not a problem. Right. So for the first.
We're trusting our future to Homer Simpson at this point.
Look, I've only had a couple. I'm not pished.
I'm just nicely drunk.
I'm just nicely drunk.
Ooh.
Right.
Relaxed drunk.
26.
Oh, that'll do.
Okay, so this is going to be best of 5 rounds. So he got 17, got 23.
Yes,
Okay.
I managed to trap his bishop.
Okay, what's your next gambit going to be?
I am going to go now for the complete opposite of the Dwendalian. I'm going to go for a Johesian underground burrow with the knights.
Okay, roll your thingy again for me.
Absolutely. It's an 18.
You take his the messenger piece. Okay, and what is your next gambit going to be?
Next one I'm going to do. I'm going to go something a bit closer. I'm going to try using the Silver Pinnacle. It's a risky play,
Okay.
but I could potentially check his king in 2 moves of it.
Okay. Oof, go for it.
That's a 25.
Okay, so he used the Mornington Crescent Gambit, and you trap his king. You have won the game of chess.
That's fine.
3 love.
In like how many moves?
It's 3 gambits, so it's probably about 20 moves.
20 moves.
I'll let the
Okay.
rest of you use that as a chance for a short rest if you wish.
Yes, that'd be great, actually.
Oh, thank you.
May I roll hit dice or?
You may. You can write D0s.
Can I have your hit dice, please?
To be fair, they've all gone. My sheet is destroyed.
Good game, chum. Well played.
And you hear a click, and the door to the south of you opens.
I believe that that is our cue. Oh, dear Gollum fellow, you're a most entertaining opponent. I don't suppose you would be intrigued into a new employer by any chance?
It just stands there.
Well, here, let me give you my card. If you're ever looking to defend a slightly more occupied palace, give me a contact, and I'm just going to pass a piece of parchment and just place it down on the other side of the boardroom.
Okay. It just doesn't move.
And can I whisper something to you, DM?
Yep.
That's fine. I've just put the location of the mansion if he ever needs it.
Okay. If he needs a new employer, okay.
Fantastic.
Golems can't read, of course, but there we go. Okay, so you hear this click behind you, and you can see this faint line now in the between the double doors.
Awesome. I will reset the board before I check on everyone else.
You can see all the pieces have reset themselves. They're standing in where they should be again.
Oh,
they're all tiny servants, and they all moved on their own.
So, probably a good thing, because given how shaky and drunk my hands are at the moment, I might have misplayed there if I played personally. Right. Well, I believe we have achieved on that one. What's next?
Yeah, well, the victory was yours and well earned, so I think it's only fair you get to open the door.
You hear an astral chortle from Boris.
And with a push of the hands, Lewin is going to try and... Is it a single or double door?
Double door.
A double. He's going to try and push both doors open.
And they open easily. And inside you see this opulent area. There are statues. Sorry, I don't know why he's there. Let's get rid of that one. There are statues, and a statue at the end. You can see this tiled floor, dust in here. At the end, there is a statue of this elderly woman, hand held outright. You can see a small pool filled with water. The room itself is lit from the tiles. There's a glow to it.
Fine. Lewin is going to be overawed by this room and examined with great detail as Ross the player will be right back.
Okay. So what are the rest of you guys doing?
I'll have a little look as well.
Have a look. So you can see this is very opulent. It's almost like the tiling you would see in a bathhouse, a Turkish bathhouse. The actual walls themselves are polished marble. The ceiling is arched above you. And there's a fresco on it with a similar sort of tiles. There is some sand on the floor, but not as much at other parts of this area.
Okay. Well, there's no time like present. It's clearly this is the way we need to go. So I think I'll start making my way down this path. Unless anyone's going to stop me.
Okay. You're just going to walk straight down the path, yeah? Okay.
I would go down the path until we get to here, unless anyone stopped me.
Okay, so you can see the on the ground the ground tiles. They are firm underfoot. No clicking sound as you go down there from any traps or anything. I see your person, your chief investigator trap person is hiding at the back.
Yeah.
And as you get down there, Fomos, you see in front of you there is this pool in front of the statue. To your east, you see a pile of gold coins, and there's some probably platinum and electrum coins in there as well. Glancing at them, they are of a design you do not recognise, clearly ancient. To the other side, you see a bowl, and in the bowl it is full of rubies, and you can think from there, sparkling in this light, you think probably diamonds, maybe lapis lazuli, maybe amethyst. There are jewels there. You can't see from where you're standing, but it certainly looks enticing.
Oh, is that the one? Sorry, is that the one opposite the gold coins? Yeah.
Yeah, this one here. There was a bowl.
Okay.
There's a bowl with all these jewels in.
Okay. I would probably come forward a little bit closer and just have a look into this pot of water, this very big vat of water.
Okay, so it's a pool there. The water is clear. It is very still. There's a slight glow coming from it.
Okay.
It's almost like, like a swimming pool at night time. You can see the water itself is actually illuminated. And as you stand close to it, it illuminates you under your chin.
As I look in, I see my. Sorry, go on.
JC, what are you doing?
At the moment, I'm standing blue and looking into this room, waiting for death.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't go around to the other side to look at it, but from where I'm standing, what about this statue opposite me?
It's just standing still, looking up at the ceiling, a hand out.
Hand out towards us, hand out towards the ceiling.
So as it is there, it's hand, the palm face upwards.
Okay.
It's pointing directly at you, Philmos.
Well, the thing is, it's pointed directly at this water, and then there's a few different things I'm thinking here, and I'll think out loud. So it could be that this statue again, don't take the seconds. We don't want to take the stuff. Maybe don't take stuff in here. It could be gesturing to put some of this treasure in its palm. It could be asking for us to make a donation of our own into this, quite a thing the children back in where I was from used to do. They'd throw into a little well coins and make a wish.
JC, are you standing outside the room?
As Lewin walks in, I will start to walk in.
Okay. And as you get down to south, you see shinies on both sides.
As JC approaches, Dak will stay very sternly to him. You don't touch a damn thing.
Dak, do you... apology if this wastes our very precious resource now, but I suppose you have a spare gold piece on you.
Sure.
I'm just going to try the most logical conclusion, which is I'm going to take the gold piece, I'm going to flick it up in the air, and it lands into this water in front of me, and I will look at the statue and make a small prayer in my own head, asking for it to. In my own head, I'm saying for it to.
Bring Boris back.
Lead us on. Yeah, lead us onwards. Lead us onward to where we need to go. That's what I'll do. See if it does anything.
And as you all stand there, the statue's head looks at you. Why do you all come to the well of time? What do you seek here?
A way to return Singorn to where it belongs.
Do you seek?
Among other things.
Do you seek coin?
We do not seek coin, we seek your favour.
Do you seek gems? JC, you see now this cup, this thing at the side is a glass bowl. Inside it is full of you think rubies, diamonds, amethyst. emeralds, all colours of the spectrum you could think of gems are in there.
Yep. JC's going to start getting a nervous twitch.
That's why you're within scruff distance of Dak.
Shall I challenge you to an acrobatics? Can you?
No, there'll be no acrobatics. I will just cement you to the floor.
I guess I'd say in answer to gems, I'd probably say, whilst gold and treasure are surely the whims of many a folk, at this time they are not what we seek.
What do you seek?
I'll pull Lewin to the side of me and just say, we seek a way to return my friend's home, Singorn, back to where it should be.
Yes, the cosmic order is misaligned. We want to return Singorn to the material plane where it belongs.
And who are you?
I am Lewin of the House Boreal. Very nice to meet you.
Half-blood.
Oh, you make it sound like such a dirty word.
And the statue looks at Fomos. The goat. A new piece on the board. The leader. Or are you the survivor? You have changed your clothes. And the cursed. I know you.
Ooh.
Why do you trouble me in my sanctum? Pose standing on top of you, posing in front of you, you see a creature resplendent, body of a lion, face of a human lion mix with wings, large claws. I am Horus. Welcome to the well of time. And I'm going to stop there.
Just fucking go, Horus! Nice.
Cool.
Anyway,
Can I just say, DM, thank you for that session, but it was the most stressful week, stressful thing I could. I can't wait to come to D&D and relax for an evening, and I spent 2 hours of it sweating.
honestly,
Good job.
play wizard. I was totally comfortable that entire time. There's no hyperbole in that.
F in the chat for Boris, though.
Yeah,
I'm
You
sad.
let Boris die.
Hey, fuck Boris, what happened to my chair?
That is a good point, actually, because the chair was strapped to your back.
It was, but it is a supernatural artifact, so what actually happened to that? Has the universe now imploded?
What do you think destroyed the Sphere of Annihilation? It wasn't the bag of holding.
Definitely the chair, not the bag of
it was
holding.
the chair.
It was delayed reaction.
Oh man, do you know what, that bag of holding? That's sad. That's sad to see that go, but you know, at least we used it very.
Do you know who feels super vindicated that he keeps all his most valuable stuff outside of the bag of holding?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Brick would be more upset. I don't care because I literally have no belongings.
Yeah.
But you guys, ooh,
Do you know-
you just.
Do you know what the biggest loss is? Everyone here had one of the tomes in the bag of holding.
Yep.
Except for me.
What times?
Yeah, a while back. You got it as well, Brick.
Do you mean the ability times?
That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need to keep them to keep the score?
You don't, but they are unusable for 100 years. But after 100 years, you can use them again.
Well, they're now unusable for 999999999 recurring.
Well, we don't know that. Who knows what's on the other side of the Sphere of Annihilation?
Boris knows.
True.
Oh, yeah.
It's a celestial bar.
He doesn't understand it, but he knows.
The bar at the end of the universe. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. The other question I have to ask before we go: who has the other earring of message?
I want to say it's me.
Why?
You
why
gave
we not
the earrings a message to Gilmore.
Gilmore?
he's
Yeah,
making
to be
some
made
offers.
into extras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
So we've only got the telepathic bond. Is that right?
I remember.
Yes.
I think the thing originally was for one to go to me at one point. That's probably why I've got that in my head.
I'll say.
Because I know we did have one set. I'm sure we all had one earring for telepathic or something.
I'm going
or
to
did
stop
we?
recording now because nobody listens to this.
Yeah.
Not